Wagwan.
Hi.
What's up? Can I have a kiss? Ooh, thank you.
It's just chips.
Okay. Thanks. All right. What has COVID-19 and quarantine taught you about us?
I feel like it. Nah, you go first. I need some time to think
You need
about
some
that
time
one.
to think about that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like you looked at me like ready to answer. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. And then, no, I'm not ready.
That's all right. If you're nervous, that's okay. I would say what COVID-19 and quarantine has done for us is it's definitely brought us closer together.
Oh yeah.
I feel like
1000%.
I feel like I've gotten to know you probably at a faster rate than maybe I would have gotten to know somebody else. Just, we got to spend
Somebody else?
like
I'm just playing.
like someone else not in this, or
Yeah.
faster than I would have gotten to know you if we weren't in quarantine and COVID. Just had a lot more time to spend with you because normally, I'm out and about in these streets
I know.
with my friends. But yeah, just, couldn't really do that. And I feel like we spent a lot of time together, but also with COVID and quarantine, like just been going through it. Like there's always, I feel like there's ebbs and flows of like, everything's cool, the world's ending. Oh man, it's so good to have like free time or,
Yeah.
me time. And then, the next day it's like, wait, like
The
the world's
is still
ending. And so,
I don't like it.
yeah, I think being able to be with each other through those times of when we've had our kind of own personal battles that we've had to deal with, I think is, I don't know, it's made me feel closer to you than I felt really to like anybody that I've ever dated. So
That's cool. Yeah, thanks for going first because I can think about it. I feel like it taught us about patience. Like that's something.
patience.
Something that I feel like it would have come at some point in our relationship, but like it came at a time where you have to really just be open-minded because none of us or either of us have never been in a situation like this.
Yeah.
So we kind of had to just like, oh, this is how you are when you're frustrated, when you're upset, when you're in a good mood, when you're not in a good mood.
How am I when I'm frustrated?
You, I don't know, it's not a bad thing, but
Okay.
you just get like,
just
I could
checking.
just tell and I have to ask, like, yo, you good? And you're like, yeah, and then you explain. But I think it taught, it taught patience and just
Okay.
like to learn and
Patience.
understand. And then also just like it taught us what's really important in life, which is structure and foundation, like something
1000%.
that like you probably wouldn't even think about.
Yeah.
Because you're like just going out and about, having fun, planning trips, like just forgetting about something that's so important but always like overlooked maybe.
Yeah.
I feel like that was a huge thing for me because it was something that I was like, I like it. I like to have structure, like to have a foundation and build on that. But like,
We were
it's
always,
kind of cliche to say,
Yeah.
but like COVID really like, I feel like taught us that.
It definitely taught us that. Well, I feel like we were always on the go. At least like
Yeah, we were on the go. We were like traveling.
traveling a lot. We were
Yeah.
traveling so much, like, and it was for work. It was all for work, really. But we were also having fun in the process.
Yeah.
And like when that ended, I mean, I was so confused and lost, and I felt that I was like trying to find myself and like who is Jerick during COVID? Who's COVID Jerick? And it was
The vid.
the vid
COVID-19.
19. Who's COVID Jerick? And like, I think being with you, I don't know, helped with that process. And so I felt like it made us get closer together because something that I might normally deal with on my own, like I was just, we were living together, and so like we were just always
Having to talk about it.
Yeah.
I know what I
couldn't
learned.
just hide from you.
No, I know, right? It's like another thing that you taught me during that time was like being open and communicating. everything, like just sharing, and
Yeah.
that wasn't something that I did, I feel like, in my entire life. Just like openly talk about something, because I would feel like, oh, it's not that important. But you wanted to know everything, and I was like, dang, during these times, like I'm stressed out. You want to know what's stressing me out? So
Yeah.
that goes back to like COVID teaching patience, and then
Patience.
understanding,
Patience.
understanding, and I forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry.
My bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm so rude for interrupting.
Very. It's okay.
Wow. But yeah.
I feel like it taught us how to be creative. Because you just have yourself.
Yeah.
Or we had each other, but like we had to have fun together. We had to have fun individually, because we still needed like time to ourselves. Also, we started cooking more.
Yeah.
Not only just like little cooking, we had to get creative, because we didn't want to eat the
Same old thing. And because especially in the beginning, like before restaurants were open, like we had to bring the restaurant flavors in by ourselves. And
We were going with the flow too. That's one thing I learned about us. I was like, okay, we can both like be flexible and just be fluid, like during these times of uncertainty and just not knowing what's happening. Because you could have been like, I don't do this. I don't like this. I don't like, just being very picky, like how I was.
Well, yeah, I'm easy in that way. But also, I would say even, on top of cooking and the creativity. I mean, remember when you were drawing and I was building Legos, like, right? So simple, but like we had such a good time. We had wine. That was the first
so
time I built Legos with wine. Because last time I built Legos, I was a child, but I had a blast.
That's dope.
Your art pieces were lovely.
I mean, I literally put my thoughts onto.
No, you did.
I was like, whoa, this is what. But that's another thing. One thing that I did learn, which I don't think we would have ever found out, is like how our brains work separately and then together. Like, I know my thinking is wild, and like when I would explain things to you, you would get it, or you would like reiterate it back to me and then add to it. I'm like, when will we ever have time? Just to where our brains are so like not full of commotion, just like blank space, to where you'd be able to like, to where we could have those conversations.
No, definitely.
Like that's like a Saturday night only, Sunday night, not even Sunday night, like that's just a Saturday night type of conversation that we had all the time.
All the time, which was dope. I also learned that you're trying to be like me because you're locking your hair.
Oh my God, that is a controversial like
You think
topic. Because okay, so I'm not trying to be like you at all. My best friend's grandmother had locks, and I was like, why not do that now?
Oh, your best friend's grandma?
Yes.
Oh, your best friend's grandma.
No, so like during quarantine, they taught me about just being who I want to be, and I can like change and just like I don't have to stay the same person that I feel like I have been for the past like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
So quarantine taught me how to just be free.
Okay, respect. I respect that. And when you're doing the natural thing with your hair, it is free. I feel free every day I wake up and run my hand through my hair. Because growing up, my hair didn't touch my ear. You know what I'm saying? I could never really do a ponytail, but
What else did you?
What else did I learn?
Go
ahead.
No, I was just saying what it taught us.
Yeah. Well, I think remember we had like a real full-blown conversation about this, about having like go love yourself time, because then with COVID, there was a point where I felt like we were always up under each other, and while I love being next to you, there are times
I know you
where
rock on your own.
a brother just needed a break. Like I'm an only child. Like even though I got friends, like I typically move on my own. Like I'll show up by myself, leave by myself. Like that was just my thing. And
show up and leave.
You said show up
by
and
yourself.
leave by myself. And like,
hey.
and so I just realized that I was like, dang, like my me time, which I didn't even realize was something that I was probably getting when I would drive to work or drive home from work, or like running errands by myself. COVID took that, because we would always go shopping together, because like we just wanted to make sure that we both had what each other needed. But those times were good, like just driving, like, and I even appreciated when you would say like, nah, like, go ahead, you go by yourself, and I'd be like,
go love on yourself today,
and
you'd be like, I'm gonna go love on myself today.
Exactly. I am gonna go love myself, right? And like those times were super important. And
I feel like that's something that I don't know how long it would have taken us to
get there,
which is crazy. So like I feel like that's another thing COVID taught us, or at least made us realize, is something that is super important for the foundation of like communication and just
Straight
like
up.
not getting caught up in the relationship. And that was one thing we talked about.
Yeah.
We're like, we don't want to get caught up in a relationship and just like never go out again, or just never like hang out with friends individually. Just basically not changing who we are. I think we're doing good.
No,
as best as we can.
We are. I would say so. I feel like I've maintained my dopeness, and so have you. Your individual dopeness. You know what I'm saying? And
so I'm not trying to be like you then.
You know, it's debatable. We don't need to talk about this. That's like raw. You know what I'm saying? This is just raw. I think another thing though, that I just thought about, and then now it's gone, and maybe it's gonna come back. Nope, it's still gone. Dang, I had something really good that was gonna be, okay, yep, that might work. Hold on. Can you shake your hand a little bit? Okay. Still gone.
Okay,
Yeah, still
fine.
gone. I thought we had it. It has something to do with like individuality and how. Okay. Dang, it came back. Look at that. This works. Okay, you learned something. So
You're supposed to do it.
I'm sorry.
It's
I was just so amazed that it worked. Hold on, chill out before I forget it again. So one thing that I was nervous about, no lie.
Right.
One thing I was very nervous about was, I was like, dang, like COVID can make or break this relationship. I remember saying it to my boys, like when
it has made,
when we were spending more and more time with each other during COVID, pretty much living with each other. I was like, yo, this will make or break. Like, either I'm gonna be sick and tired of you. Sorry, that's funny.
Right, like that's just so
It's
awful.
funny. I mean, but it could happen. Like you could have been sick and tired of me. You could be like, yo, like, why does he do that? You know what I'm saying?
I have those questions.
You do?
I'm just kidding. You do?
Really?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
You know, and I was just like, dang, I don't know what's gonna happen. And like I truly feel like we just, and whenever there was a bump in the road, it was just like we just talk it out.
Like,
and then we would just take it just like that.
Just like,
a little speed
okay.
bump, right? And we kept it moving, and like it's dope. Like I'm very excited about this relationship, and I feel like COVID. Shout out to COVID.
Shout out to COVID.
Not all the way, but
not all the way,
you know,
but like,
you got to pick the positives out.
Yeah, and the positive is like knowing that, I know this is not good to say, but like it's real. Like I'm not looking at this relationship as a learning. You know, it's like this is gonna be where I am for the rest of my life, and like, and I at least was able to see that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like, you know, like if it did get to the point to where like, then it's like, dang, I know I don't see the future in this anymore because there's so many things, and like it just would have ended up being a learning, because eventually it would have been like, all right, this isn't working.
Word.
So yeah, shout out to COVID.
Shout out to COVID. Yeah, shout out to COVID. Yeah.